Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let's see, we're going to try painting. I guess you would have seen that when you clicked this video from the picture. So it's going to be a moon, a beach at night, a moonrise. That's what I call it. I think it looks cool. We'll go ahead and try it out. If you like these videos, please subscribe to it. Please like them. Please comment. Say what's up, you know. Stop by and say what's up. It's kind of cool to when people do that. Say if they liked it, what they did like about it. Anyway, we'll get into this. Alright. Let me turn this around. I'm going to try and explain this as I go through it, too. Alright. So, let's see. First things first. This is going to be a crescent moon, so I'm just going to use this. So right now I'm just doing the sky. Seaside gloss Rust-Oleum. Something a little bit lighter in the middle. Where the light is from the moon, right? I don't know. I like sort of that rounded effect look. You know, it's not too defined, but let's see, that in the middle was Lighthouse Turquoise. This is my darker, this is my go-to. It's Maui Blue, if you can see that. Maui Blue Rust-Oleum. All these are gloss. So there's my sky. Sand. Sand for me is, doesn't matter whether it's Rust-Oleum or Krylon. Heirloom white of any sort, and khaki brown. So this is going to be the sand, the beach down here. There's the lighter sand up here where it's closer. There's the darker sand where it would be wet down here. And then I'll kind of mix into it, you know? I'll put those two down and then kind of mix both together just to get kind of like a mixed look. So whatever, that's fine. Another little trick I do for sand. Taking, like you do stars, you know, you put some white on your finger and you flick some stars down. I'll do the same thing with the brown and the white along the sand. So I'll show you that. You know, there's your, gives you some definition, I guess, or some character to your sand. And it's a quick thing to do, especially if you're doing this in front of people. I had a lot of fun. I used to do these in front of that, what's called Friday Fest around here. So there's that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Next, sand at the bottom. You got your sky. I don't know. I do this in different orders. But for my ocean, most of the time, it's going to be the seaside Rust-Oleum. Yeah, let's try to add. This can is empty. Let's go with this can.
putting it down a little thick, just 'cause I'm about to smear through it. We would have that. We would have maybe a little bit of Rust-Oleum Maui. Alright, let's try that over here a little bit. Maybe on the sides, and then maybe a little bit of, doesn't matter, a lighter sea color. And then a little bit of white. Normal white, my moon's gonna be right here, so my moon light's gonna be coming through here. There's that gloss clear. Wet it one more time. Alright. I am going to take, let's see if I can find it. No, I don't have my lighter. Okay. Oh, I do have my lighter. Here we go. Let's hit some fire. We'll seal the paint a little bit. Ready? There we go. Alright. Let that dry a little bit if you can. I will let that go and come back to it. For me, I'm going to put some clouds up here. It's kind of about time management, especially if you're doing this in front of people, trying to sell these. I mean, people love seeing this stuff done. So, before I sit there and stick this, to make your perfect horizon, that's going to stick in that wet paint right now. So I'm going to let that sit and come back. I'm going to move ahead to clouds. Normally clouds, right? I'm going to use the cheaper Walmart white paint. It just gives it, less paint comes out, it gives it just a nicer kind of airbrushed look. This paint, unfortunately, is super cheap. I forget where I got it from. It's not good for that. I'm going to do it with Rust-Oleum. This stuff is, it's a little dangerous to do these clouds. It's very unforgiving if you make a mistake. But it does look good if you get it right. So, let's go. Some clouds there. We're going to hit the other side, flip the stencil around. Back over here. Those are my clouds. I'm going to leave that there for right now. Again, giving as much time as I can to let this dry as much as possible. So let's throw some stars in, Flick some paint, white paint on your finger. Just flick it on the canvas, it's one way of doing it. There's that. Another way I do stars, a piece of paper with holes poked into it, simple. This I'm going to use the cheaper paint for, you'll see it comes out much less defined. So, it's much more like an airbrush feel to it. See, I can't even get it to come through right there. This paint is very cheap. It's really not good for much, actually. Whatever. There's that. Let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna leave it like this. We will find this. I make my crescent moons. This is the top of a paint can. Hole cut out of the top. You hold it slightly above the painting. You spray into it. So I'm not gonna try that with the rust only. I'm gonna do that with this cheap paint. I'm just gonna spray a little bit more than I normally would. Done it a few times, so I'm gonna have my crescent moon right there, right? So right above the horizon is gonna be right here. Just go with this. It's like a golf swing. You overthink it, you're gonna make it. No, you're just gonna overthink it. So go. There it is. See, and as you can see, I mean, I sprayed a lot into that. It still doesn't look the way I want it to look, but that's our. Let it be at some point. Don't mess with it. Don't over mess with it. It's definitely a lesson I've learned. At some point, just let it go. So, I'm gonna come back last to that horizon. Right now, this is my shoreline. This is where my water's coming up. This is a little trick that I do. I just spray directly across there. It looks cool to me. So, it's my technique. Just with Rust-Oleum white. And there's my water. That's how I do it. Let's see. Let's finish this shoreline up. Let's finish the horizon up. Alright, that's the top where we smear our paint. This thing is twisted up. There we go. Alright. In the very middle. Well, we'll come back. First of all, I hit the ends. I sprayed my darker blue on these sides. I'm going to tighten those up a little bit. There you go. Just make it a little bit darker so it has some depth. Up top here, I might try and... I went a little too far with the white, if you can see that. I'm going to try and fix that, with this color. Spray. I'm not going to spray right on it. I'm going to spray against this, whatever this is. Just to kind of overspray and get rid of some of that white that's coming above. I don't want that in my horizon. That will fix that if you're careful. Just be careful about it. I'm going to tighten up my white coming down. Now with my cheaper paint. Again, overspraying. Just right on the horizon a little bit. That should have been done, but because it's cheap, I'm going to let it dry a little bit and hit it one more time. Again, I'm overspraying against the this cutter. I'm not spraying necessarily directly on. So there it is. And just to make sure, I'm going to hit it one more time on the horizon with this to get rid of that white that was up there that we didn't want. There's that. And there's like a perfect horizon. I mean, that looks really nice. I might bring a few more clouds quickly. Be careful doing this, but you can do this. It's enough practice. See, and that's where I'm talking about how that paint is super cheap. Alright, be very careful doing this with the Rust-Oleum. That's getting dangerous. I'm gonna leave it there. That's it. Aside from that, I don't know. I don't really feel like adding much more up here. I'm gonna leave this pretty simple, this painting. What I do on the sand is I use this to do little effects on the sand, right? First effect would be to take your brown. I'm just gonna make a little dune. Let's see, that's my dune right there in this corner. There's a ton of paint on it, as you can see. And that's just a little overspray. Again, I'm holding this above. I'm not holding it on. There's one there. Flip this over. I'm going to do one right over here as well. I'm holding this above the painting, not on it. And then maybe one right in the middle. I don't know. Why not? I will then take, this is the spray paint, fast dry, I don't know what this is, but this is the stuff that's good, the white and the black. It's from Walmart normally. This is the cheaper paint, but it gives you the effect I'm looking for. This, I'm going to go back and kind of spray it right on the top of those dunes just to give them some character, where there would be shadow normally, right? So again, holding it over, just a little bit, you know, there's there, trying to match up that same pattern with where it was over here. This takes a little bit of practice to do, but, you know, it's definitely possible. There's that. Coming back over here, matching the pattern to where I had it over here. It's not perfect looking. My OCD's coming out a little bit because it's not, but it's fine. Just leave it like it is. I make little weeds coming up, or little like seagrass, right? From those dunes, because that's when it would normally be there. I'm going to take this palette knife, spray black paint on it, probably the Rust-Oleum black, and just kick on there and kick up like that. You know, just kind of scrape across. There's a little bit of paint, drop some off. You know, just like that. Easy. Spray a little bit more on, let some drop off. I'm gonna hit this one. Just like that. Come over to this side. One there. One more right here, right? There's my seagrass. I do the same thing with the birds. Before I do that, I'm gonna fix this. I need to add more to this moon here. So we are going to come back. I don't recommend doing this if you can get away with it. If you get away with it, but I need to add more to this. So we're gonna try and match where this was, and I may try to hit this. No, I'm not gonna try and hit it like that. Let's go. I feel comfortable doing this. Yeah. So leave it like that. Leave it like that. All right. Coming in for stars, right? I'm gonna take this. Spray against it like that. Spray against it like that. Spray there like that. Holding this above the paintings, overspraying against it. You can see how thick it is up here. I'm not spraying down below necessarily. Kind of turn a little bit. Spray there, spray there. And last but not least, I put 3 little birds. 3 little birds, just like the Bob Marley song, right? There's always 3 little birds though in my paintings. Last one, I'm going to drop a little more paint off this. I want to make it a little bit smaller. He's coming right off the cloud in the back, right? There you go. So, boom. That's my moon beach painting. Last but not least, you can tighten up, take some brown and maybe tighten up the corners here a little bit, darken them. My beach is very small on this. I would normally hit right in here just to darken them up. I'm going to leave it right now because there's not a whole lot of room. So at this point, a little bit of clear coat, wet the paint one more time, over the corner, sign it. You can hit some fire on this. Seal up the paint. And there it is. I'll bring this down and we can look at it closer. Let me pause this. Alright, there it is. It's a little bit better. So I can't really go straight on. I got a glare coming off the side, but that's my moonrise. Hope you guys like that. And yeah, tell me if you did. Throw some comments in here, subscribe if you can.